सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। Hari Om. Today is very auspicious day of Shri Krishna Janmashtami. Tonight Bhagavan Shri Krishna will be born. Of course, many years back he was born in Mathura in a jail, but all through these years he is taking different births in the hearts of the devotees. So today is one such day when he will be born in all of us. So let us see one verse on Bhagavan Shri Krishna and we will start today's class with that. Very well known famous verse. Let us start. I will chant, repeat after me. Okay, in your mind you can repeat. No person is required because in today's class only this repetition. Rest of the things are one way traffic. All right. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. Together. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. This is well known verse. How many of you have already heard this verse? Okay, many have already heard this verse, but let us see the meaning. Okay. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwa Utpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. Vayam is the karta here, is the subject. Vayam, we. Numaha, we prostrate. Numaha, we prostrate. We prostrate to whom? Shri Krishnaya Numaha. Just like there is a Namaha. Namaha we always have heard, no? That Namaha Astu. With Namaha there is a verb which is to be understood and that is Astu. Like that Namaha there is a Numaha also. Okay. We prostrate. It is a verb. We prostrate to Shri Krishna. Again with that fourth case only is to be used. Now that Shri Krishna, who is that Shri Krishna? In remaining three padas there are three Visheshanas for Shri Krishna. First, Satchidananda Rupaya. Sat, Chit, Ananda Rupaya. To the one who is of the nature, Swarupa or Rupa of Sat, existence, Chit, consciousness, Ananda, bliss. Sat, Chit, Ananda Rupaya. Shri Krishnaya Numaha. Prostrations unto Lord Krishna who is of the nature of existence, consciousness, bliss. What do you mean he is of that nature? He is Brahman. That's what it means. Why? Because Satchidananda is the description of Brahman. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So he is Sakshat Brahma. So to say Satchidananda Rupaya means prostrations to Shri Krishna who is nothing but that supreme Brahman. Then Vishwa Utpatti Adi Hetave. Hetu. He is the Hetu. Hetu means cause. Cause of what? Utpatti Adi. Cause of creation, etc. Utpatti means creation, Adi means etc. Creation of what? World, Vishwa. So to the one who is the cause of world's creation, etc. What do you mean creation, etc.? The three functions: creation, sustenance, dissolution. One who is the cause for these. Now in the scripture, Shastra, etc., who is the one who is explained as the cause of the world's creation, etc., is known as Ishvara. Ishvara, the Lord. Who is this Lord? This Lord is Brahman associated with Maya. Brahman with the inherent capacity of creation, Maya Shakti, that is called as Ishvara. So by saying Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Shri Krishnaya, we are saying that Shri Krishna is Ishvara. So Shri Krishna is Brahman, Shri Krishna also is Ishvara. Then Tapatraya Vinashaya. Vinasha, one who destroys. What? Tapatraya. Traya means three. Tapa means affliction, sorrow. Three kinds of afflictions, one who destroys, removes. What are these three kinds of afflictions? So we say generally Adhi Daivika, Adhi Bhautika and Adhyatmika. Adhi Daivika means those which are pertaining to the Devatas, to the natural forces. Extreme rain, floods, earthquakes. These are the sorrows, afflictions which are not under our control. Adhi Daivika they are called. Adhi Bhautika means from the world around us. There are troubles, there are disturbances, afflictions, sorrows which are coming in. Right? We are trying to study and suppose our neighbor starts to put loud music. Now what? This is a disturbance coming from the world around us, over which we have little bit of control. We can go and tell that, request that person, don't play the songs now, I am trying to study. It is not under our control completely. So Adhi Daivika not at all under our control. Adhi Bhautika to some extent we have control over. Third is Adhyatmika. Adhyatmika sorrow or affliction or disturbance means coming from within. No problem from the Devatas, no problem from natural forces, no problem from the world. But suddenly mind decides, I am very bored. Today actually Vedji should not have taken class only. Krishna Janmashtami he should have given holiday only. Why is there class today? Again we have to remain awake till 12 o'clock. No, I thought afternoon I will sleep for some time. Now who is disturbing? Nobody is disturbing. Our mind only decides to have disturbance. It's called Adhyatmika, Tapa. So one who vinasha, one who destroys all these three kinds of afflictions. Generally, we say God, Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the person who removes this. Okay. So now let us see a little bit of philosophical point. Okay. Advaita Vedanta, let us see a little bit. That supreme reality, which is without any form, without any quality. That supreme reality, which is without any quality and without any form, is called as Brahman. In Sanskrit we say Nirguna, Nirakara. Nirguna, no qualities, no attributes. Nirakara, no form. Now same Brahman, Nirguna Nirakara Brahman, when gets certain qualities such as creation, etc., creator, sustainer, destroyer, etc., but without form. So Saguna, Nirakara, with attributes but without form. That is called as Ishvara. Same Brahman, he has not come down on his stature or nature, etc. He is appearing as though he has got qualities, but still has no forms. That is called as Ishvara. Now, same Ishvara, who is Saguna Nirakara, when takes up a particular form, he is called as Bhagavan. So, what forms? The form of Bhagavan, Vishnu, Shiva, Brahmaji, Ganesha, Saraswati, Durga, all these are forms. Same Ishvara, Saguna Nirakara, when takes a form, becomes Saguna Sakara, with attributes and with form, is called as Bhagavan. Okay? Are you following so far? Brahman, Nirguna Nirakara. Ishvara, Saguna Nirakara. Bhagavan, Saguna Sakara. Now that same Bhagavan decides to take incarnation, avatara incarnation, where the form of the Lord becomes visible to every single person. See, this Bhagavan, Vishnu, Bhagavan Shiva, etc., though they have form, the form is not visible to all of us. We have to do lot of tapasya, lot of sadhana, lot of upasana, then we will be able to see the form. But when that Bhagavan Lord comes as incarnation, every single being is able to see. When Sri Rama Avatara happened, all the people who were living at that time could see Sri Rama. When Sri Krishna Avatara happens, all of them could see Sri Krishna. So not only it is Saguna Sakara, but it is Akara. Form is such which is Drishti Gochara, which is visible to common people as well. Okay? In our culture, please understand, in our culture, we believe in all these 4 levels. The ultimate truth, principle is Brahman. That same Brahman appears as Ishvara. Same Ishvara appears in different forms as Bhagavan. And the same Bhagavan takes incarnation as Ramakrishna, etc. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear? So when we say that in our Indian culture we believe in one God, we are referring to that Ishvara. When we say we believe in Advaita, we are referring to Brahman. When people say that you have many gods, actually they are referring to Bhagavan. We don't have many gods. We have one God in many forms. God is one. Forms are many. And yes, we do believe in incarnations as well. Are you getting these 4 levels? Now you see the verse. The verse is talking about all the 4 levels. Satchidananda Rupaya Brahmane Vishwa Utpatyadi Hetave Ishwaraya Tapatraya Vinashaya Bhagavate Shri Krishnaya. See, 4 levels. Satchidananda Rupa is Brahman. Vishwa Utpatyadi Hetu is Ishvara. Tapatraya Vinasha is Bhagavan. And Shri Krishna is the Avatara. Who is that Shri Krishna whom we are prostrating? He is same as that Supreme Reality Brahman, who is also the cause of the world, etc. He is the Ishvara, who is also Bhagavan, as Vishnu is removing the Tapatraya, and he is Krishna. Among all the incarnations of Bhagavan Vishnu, okay, one of the most popular incarnations is Shri Krishna. They say there are only 2 incarnations in his all incarnations, which are Purna Avatar. Many incarnations are there, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, etc. 10, some people say 10. In Bhagavata, etc., these 10 are also there. There are 24 avatars are also there. There are many other scriptures which are talking about different number also. But among all of them, there are 2 avatars which are full, Purna avatar. One is Sri Rama, another is Shri Krishna. Okay? And Bhagavat, etc. says, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Bhagavan, Shri Krishna is actually Bhagavan. Why? See, because he is Brahman also, he is Ishwara also, he is Vishnu also, he is Shri Krishna. So, prostrations unto that Shri Krishna. So, such a beautiful verse. I know you all know the verse, but I am sure you have got some new points to look at the verse. Okay? The same Krishna who is Brahman, who is Ishvara, and who is also Bhagavan Vishnu. Prostrations unto him. Okay? So, putting all the ideas together, we prostrate unto Lord Krishna, who is of the nature of existence, consciousness, bliss, cause of world's creation, etc., and destroyer of the three afflictions. Salutations unto Lord Krishna. Let us chant the verse again and then we will go forward. Together. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. All right. Okay. Once again, very happy Krishna Janmashtami to all. May Lord Krishna's grace and blessings be on all of us. Chalo. All right. Now we are starting today now new topic. What? This is something that we have seen earlier. Types of words in Sanskrit. We said there are only two main types. One is called as Subanta, another is called as Tinganta. Correct? What is Subanta? Subanta is that which ends with sup pratyaya. That which ends with sup is called as supanta, Subanta. What are they? Nama, nouns, sarvanama, pronouns, visheshana, adjectives, kriya visheshana, adverbs, and avyaya, indeclinables. How are they formed? To a pratipadika base, when you add sup pratyaya, it becomes subanta. Correct? In case of avyaya, the sup pratyaya is added, but then again it is gone. It doesn't look, and therefore avyaya does not change. Now, we have seen all these things. We have seen nama, sarvanama, visheshana also as nama only, sundaraha, sundari, same as nama, kriya visheshana also. Avyaya, separate section, we had seen all kinds of indeclinables. Correct? We have seen how this pratipadika declines into different vibhaktis. What are the usages of 7 vibhaktis? We have seen. What are the forms taken by nama, sarvanama, etc. in those 7 vibhaktis and sambodhana also? We have seen all that. So we have covered this first topic. Okay? This. Now, there is one topic, subtopic in this where kridanta, taddita, samastapada, etc. How the pratipadika is created. That is the topic that we have not seen. From the pratipadika base, how different forms are created, we have seen. Right? Rama, pratipadika is there. Then tritiya vibhakti becomes Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramaihi. We have seen that. But how that word Rama has come, we have not seen it. So that is something that we will see later. Now we are going to start this second topic. What is this? Tinganta. Tinganta means kriya or kriyapada. It is a verb. Verb. Ting anta. There are ting pratyayas. When those ting pratyayas come at the end of the word, they are called as tinganta. They are called as verbs. Okay. Now, to what the ting pratyaya is added? To the dhatu, root. Okay. Nothing new we are seeing. All these topics we have seen earlier. We are just revising. Okay. So, to the pratipadika we add supratyayas to create subanta. To dhatus we add ting pratyayas to create tinganta. Subanta means noun, pronoun, adjective, etc. Tinganta means verb. Okay. Now, this verb, tinganta or kriya or kriyapada, we just said, earlier also we have seen, there is address to this tinganta. Remember the address? These are the 6 things that you should know. For subanta also there was an address. Different kind of address was there. Remember? Subanta also had address. Pratipadika, anta, linga, vibhakti, vachana. 5 points. 5 points. So let us take for example Shri Krishnaya. Just now we saw the word Shri Krishnaya. Okay. Now how do you write address for Shri Krishnaya? Shri Krishna, akaranta, pullinga, चतुर्थी एकवचन श्री कृष्णाय. हेतवे हेतुः हेतु उकारांत पुल्लिंग चतुर्थी एकवचन. वयम, vayam was another word. Vayam means we. So how do we write vayam? Asmat sarvanama. Remember asmat sarvanama we had seen? Asmat sarvanama. There is no linga. There is no anta because sarvanama doesn't have anta and linga. Asmat sarvanama prathama bahuvachana. Bahuvachana. Aham, avam, vayam. You have the charts, etc. Check it. Asmat sarvanama prathama bahuvachana becomes vayam. So these are the addresses for subantas. Now for tingantas, the 6 things are required as address. Whenever there is a verb, that verb needs, or the verb tells me these 6 things. What are the 6 things? Dhatu, gana, pada, lakara, purusha, vachana. What are these 6? We are going to see. Wait. Dhatu, first thing. What do you mean dhatu? Dhatu means verbal root. It is the root. There are 204 dhatus, fixed number of dhatus. You cannot change this. 2104. 2104. That is it. These many dhatus are there in Sanskrit. Okay. Now each dhatu has got a gana. Gana means class, division. So these 2104 dhatus are segregated in 10 ganas. They are segregated in 10 ganas. Okay. So that is also fixed. Suppose there is a dhatu, then it belongs to which gana, it is fixed. Pada group, another kind of classification is there. One kind of classification is between 10 ganas. Another kind of classification is between pada. Pada is what? There are only 3 padas. Parasmai pada, atmane pada and ubhaya pada. Okay, I'll give you simple meaning, you will understand. Parasmai means for other. Atmane pada for oneself. And ubhaya pada for both. So there are 2104 dhatus. Each dhatu will either be parasmai padi dhatu, atmane padi dhatu or ubhaya padi dhatu. That is also fixed. Like in the Pratipadika we had, the moment you say Pratipadika, its anta and linga is fixed. When you say Rama, we know it is akaranta pullinga. Rama Shabda itself is in pullinga, you don't have choice. In Visheshana etc., the linga will be decided on the Nama. That is fine. That is fine. But by default, it has got its own things. In the same way, whenever we take any dhatu, already decided that dhatu belongs to which gana and which pada. Okay? Is this clear? We will understand what are the ganas, what are the padas, which dhatu belongs to which gana, which pada. That all we will understand. Right? But this is what it is. Next, lakara. Lakara means tense or mood. We are talking about verb. Okay? Verb will have tense. Present tense, past tense, future tense. In English, how many tenses are there? Do you know? How many tenses are there? Anybody? Any idea? How many? 3. No, that 3 is the main. That is okay. That tense is there in the normal conversation of time, no? Present, past and future. Past, present and future. But in English language, there is simple present tense, there is continuous present tense, there is present perfect, There is past perfect, past continuous. All these kinds of tenses are there in language. Yeah? I think there are some 9 or 12 tenses in English. Okay? As per my knowledge may be wrong in English language. But if I remember correctly, there are 9 tenses or 12 tenses are there, somewhere around that. Okay? In Sanskrit, how many are there? There are 6 tenses and 4 moods. What do you mean mood now? This is not mental mood. This mood means tone. Like sometimes we order, do this. Okay, do. Now in English, this do comes in present tense only. But in Sanskrit, it is not coming in present tense. Let me explain. Tvam pathasi. Tvam pathasi. What does it mean? You are studying. You are studying. Now this is simple sentence in present tense. Now suppose I want to order you by saying you study. Not you are studying, but you study. The formation of verb will change and it will become tvam patha. Patha is an order. So like that you can give order, you can request, you can say if you do this then you will get it. See, these are all, this is not with respect to the tense in time, but I am changing the mood of the sentence. Tense is same, but the mood is changed. Therefore in Sanskrit there are total 10 lakaras. 10 lakaras are there. Out of that 6 are tenses, 4 are moods. 6 are tenses means what? Present tense. Then in future tense there will be one simple future and one anadyatana future, etc. In past there are 3 types. One is today's past, means today something that happened but in the past. Something that happened not today, before today. Okay, second past tense. And third is distant past tense, something that happened many years ago. So such 6 tenses are there and 4 moods are there. They are called as lakaras. So first 3 are dhatu is decided, its gana and pada is fixed. Now that each dhatu will take different forms in these 10 lakaras. Same dhatu. Okay, lakara. Next, purusha. This is something that we have seen earlier. Person means what? Third person, second person, first person. Prathama purusha, third person. Madhyama purusha, second person. Uttama purusha, first person. Remember this Prathama purusha, Madhyama purusha, Uttama purusha? We had also seen how it is different from English. English Prathama purusha means first person. But in Sanskrit Prathama purusha refers to the third person. Then comes Madhyama purusha, then comes Uttama purusha. So Prathama, Madhyama, Uttama purusha. And then comes Vachana. Vachana we are very much familiar with. Singular, dual and plural. Ekavachana, Dvivachana, Bahuvachana. For Vibhaktis also all these Vachanas were there. Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha, Balaha, Balau, Balaha, Aham, Avam, Vayam. Right? Vachanas are same. So just as in the noun there is Vachana, in the verb also there is Vachana. This is the only thing which is common in both. All other things are different. Okay? So nouns also will have a particular Vachana and the verb also will have. Actually speaking, according to the number of the noun, according to the Vachana of the noun, the verb will take its form. Let me explain. We have seen aham, avam, vayam. Asmat sarvanama, prathama, aham, I, avam, both of us, vayam, all of us. So now you see with these number, now aham is one person singular, avam is dual, correct? Vayam is plural. So with this number, see how the verbs are verbs change. Aham pathami, I am studying. Avam pathavah, avam pathavah. Vayam pathamah. So as the noun changes, the verb also changes accordingly. Vachana. Okay, is this clear? These are the 6 things. We are going to still see these 6 things now, but just introduction, is it clear? What do you mean by dhatu, gana, pada, lakara, purusha, vachana? Okay. Now let us see example. Pathati. I am giving you one example. Pathati. How do you write address for pathati? Dhatu is patha, patha, haftha, patha. Prathama gana. See 1 to 10, no? That is denoted by that number 1. 1 means first gana. It is in the first division, first class. P refers to pada, parasmai pada. Atmane pada we will say A. Ubhaya pada we will say U. This is simple way of writing. So patha, prathama gana, parasmai pada, lat lakara. Name of the lakara. There are 10 lakaras, lat etc. First lakara, present tense. Lat is present tense. We will see what are the 10 lakaras etc. We will see, don't worry. Lat lakara, prathama purusha. Prathama purusha means third person. Ekavachana, singular. So pathati is what? Studies. In bracket you have to say he or she studies. Why? Pratham purush, no? Pathami, if I say the verb is pathami, then I study. I study. He studies. Avidye, another verb I am taking. Avidye. Vid dhatu. Vid dhatu. It is the same dhatu from where Veda has come. The word Veda also comes from same dhatu, vid. It is in 4th gana, chaturtha gana. And atmane pada. Atmane pada. And lang lakara, there is a different in mood. One of the moods is lang lakara. Okay, lang lakara, uttama purusha ekvachane. Aham avidye. Aham avidye. Okay, what does it mean? That we will see. Lang lakara is not mood. Lang lakara is past tense. Past tense. Aham avidya, I came to know. Okay. How all these meanings etc. are coming, we will see. We will see. Okay. So far okay. Okay. So kriya verb has got these 6 components. When any verb is used, it will already tell you these 6 components. The moment we understand these 6 components, the meaning will become clear. As we go forward, as the verb is said, meaning becomes clear automatically. Why? Process happens fast inside us. Pathati, studies. Likhati, plays. Likhami, likhati, writes. Likhami, I am writing. Alikhat, I wrote. Likhishyati, he will write. The moment verb is said, the meaning will become clear. Is this clear? Is this clear? Okay. Now, please note one more point. Okay. Now, I said when dhatu is given, its gana and its pada are already decided. Correct? Imagine gana like division and pada group is like category. See, what do you mean by that? Imagine, suppose I am studying in school. Okay. Now, in which class I am in? Which class I am in? Third class. Means third standard. Okay. And within standard, there will be groups. Not necessarily divisions. Third A, third B, third C. Not that way. That way is also okay. But suppose I am a man or a boy. Another is a girl. Now what does this decide? This pada decides, this parasmay pada and atmane pada, no, are very interesting. They are set of pratyayas. Dress. Set of dress. If the dhatu is parasmay pada dhatu, then it will only wear parasmay pada pratyaya. If he is a boy, he will wear the clothes of a boy, generally in normal situation. Today, nowadays, you can't say like that. Today, anything can happen. Anybody wears any kind of dress. But in normal situation, if I am a boy, I will wear the dress of a boy. If I am a girl, I will wear dress of a girl. In rare cases, suppose I have both kinds of things, I can wear any kind of dress. So that is what is parasmay pada, atmane pada and ubhay pada. Dhatu by default will be either parasmepadi, atmanepadi or ubhayapadi. What does it mean? If it is parasmepadi dhatu, then it will wear the pratyaya, it will take the pratyaya. Pratyaya means suffix. What suffix it will take? Parasmaipada pratyaya it will take. If it is atmanepada dhatu, it will take atmanepada pratyaya. And if it is ubhayapadi dhatu, it can take any parasmaipada pratyaya also, atmanepada pratyaya also. So pratyaya sets are only two, these ones. This means that it can take both. That's it. Okay, what is the significance of gana? We will see. At the moment, we don't have to worry too much about the gana. Why? Because gana becomes important if we have to create forms. To understand, not much required. Not much required. Right? It is exactly like Pratipadika, Anta and Linga. If you remember, Pratipadika has Anta. Akaranta, Ukaranta, Dakaranta, Nakaranta. Anta was there, no? That is required when we want to create forms. We should know Brahman is Nakaranta Napumsakalinga Shabda. So if you want to create Chaturthi, you have to say Brahmane Namaha. Now to create, to understand Brahmane, you don't need whether it is Nakaranta or not. You understand Brahmane is Chaturthi Ekvachan. You don't need other details. If you want to create, language is to be understood for both, no? What is already written to understand and to use it. So Gana will be required more, Pada will be required more when you want to create words. To understand the meaning, these two are not required. So meaning of the verb depends on what? Depends on dhatu, lakara, purusha and vachana. Just as in the noun, the meaning depended on pratipadika, vibhakti and vachana. Correct? So Baleshu. If Baleshu is the word, we understand it is Bala Shabda, Saptami, Bahuvachana. All these three are giving meaning. Bala means child. Saptami says in. That is the meaning that the vibhakti is giving. And Bahuvachana is saying plural. So total meaning Baleshu will be what? In children. Can you understand this? Baleshu, in children. How did you get this meaning? There is one meaning which is with Pratipadika, one meaning that is added by the Vibhakti, in, and one meaning that is added by Bahuvachana, that it is a plural. This is clear? Is this clear? In the same way, for Kriya, for the verb, what all things are adding the meaning? Dhatu, Lakara, Purusha and Vachana. These two are details about Dhatu. More they will be required while creation, not while understanding. Not much is required. For example, Pathati is the Dhatu. Now for Pathati Dhatu, what did we say? Patha is the word, is the root. Lat Lakara, Prathama Purusha, Ekavachana. 4 things. So Pat has got its own meaning to read or to study. So Dhatu will bring its own meaning. Lat Lakara will tell that it is present tense. Present tense. Prathama Purusha says that it is third person. Third person. And Ekavachana says that it is singular. So, when you add all these meanings, Pathati will mean studies. In bracket, he or she. He or she studies. Now, how did you get this studies? Study is the meaning coming from Patadhatu. Present tense is coming from Lakara. Third person, that's why S is added in English. And Ekavachana singular, therefore S is added again. Studies. Now you take any verb. Any verb. In English also you take any verb. You can understand how these 4 factors are contributing to the overall meaning. Dhatu will come with its own meaning. Like Pratipadika had its own meaning. Then to that Pratipadika we added proper Pratyaya according to the Vibhakti and Vachana. Now that Vibhakti and Vachana brought their meaning together and we had one cumulative meaning. In the same way for verb also. Dhatu will bring its meaning. Lakara will say whether it is present tense, past tense, future tense. If it is mood, what kind of mood? Imperative mood, request mood, what kind of mood it is, which person, first person, second person, third person, what number, singular, dual, plural. All the meaning will be added and one cumulative meaning will be created for each verb. For each verb. So these 4 factors are contributing in the meaning. 6 factors are required to understand a verb, but 4 of them are contributing to meaning. Just as in case of Subanta also, out of 5, 3 were contributing to the meaning. Pratipadika, Vibhakti and Vachana. So automatically what happens? Out of 5, 3 become more important. If you know these 3, the other 2 are just details. You may know it, you may not know it. It doesn't matter much. While creation, it will matter because you won't be able to create the proper form. But to understand the meaning, 3 are most important. Same way here, out of 6, 4 we need to understand to come with the meaning, to come up with the meaning. To create a verb, you need to know all the 6. Is this point also clear? Right. Let us go forward. Now let us understand each one. Okay. First let us see the verb. Verb is the most important word in the sentence. While studying Prathama Vibhakti also I had said that the second most important word is the karta, is the subject of the sentence. First most important word is verb. Why? Because the entire sentence is understood in the context of the verb. If you remember, when we were studying Sapta Vibhaktis, 7 Vibhaktis, we were asking different questions to the verb. Remember? How do you know what is in Prathama? You ask the question who or what. If Pathati is said, studies, who studies? And the answer will be Prathama Vibhakti Karta. Studies what? Dvitiya Vibhakti Karma. Studying by what? Tritiya Vibhakti Karana. Studying for what purpose? Chaturthi Vibhakti. Correct? So we were asking different questions to the verb, and that is how the sentence is constructed. So all other words revolve around this verb. Verb is the central thing. Now in Sanskrit, what happens? The verb may not be given in the sentence if it is too obvious. There can be a sentence in Sanskrit where verb is not mentioned. Why? It is too obvious. For example, asti, bhavati, these are the verbs which are not mentioned. Okay, Shri Krishnaya Namaha, there is no verb. Why? Astu is understood. May there be prostrations, lot lakara is understood. You don't have to mention it. But still, verb is only the most important. Because it is too obvious, it is not written. But still that is most important. So, the entire sentence revolves around the verb. Now, tips for good reading. The ability to center every word in a sentence on its verb yields the ability to read quickly and comprehend the text easily. When we understand what is the verb of the sentence, everything else becomes clear. And that's why you might have noticed, if not have noticed, please notice it from next time. Whenever I am explaining the meaning of any verse, at the beginning, first I will tell you this is the main word, verb. Once that verb is found, then the connection with all the other words are to be found and the meaning will become clear. The moment verb becomes clear, everything else will in time become clear. So even for us to read, first understand what is the person trying to tell. How will you know what is the person trying to tell? By knowing verb. Numaha, we prostrate. Then you understand to whom are you prostrating, why are you prostrating, all that will come in the verse. But you understand the main thing, what? This verse is for prayer. Why? Numaha is said. In some verses that we have seen, Patu, may that speech protect. You know, in Sambhashana, Shlokas, etc. we have seen, Parvati and Lakshmi is talking and we say, may that speech protect us. So Patu is protect, may it protect. Then whom are you protecting? Vaha Patu, may it protect you. Naha Patu, may it protect us. All the other details will come. Verb you understand, everything will slowly become clear. Okay, that is for you verb. Now, a verb will tell you these three things. Now, please understand this explanation of verbs is for any language. It is not specific to Sanskrit. In English also same logic applies. All the words revolve around the verb only. If you want to understand the meaning, first find out what is the verb and the connection. Now, what does the verb tell? Sometimes the verb will tell what a person or thing does. Example, Hari laughs. The clock strikes. What that person or that object is doing, what it does. Sometimes the verb will tell that. Sometimes the verb will tell what is happening to that person or a thing. That person is not doing anything. Something is happening to that person. Hari is rewarded. Window is broken. Window is not breaking itself. Window is broken. Something is happening to the window. Okay, so sometimes the verb will tell you what is happening to that thing or to that person. And sometimes it will tell you what that person is. There is no action involved. In the first two cases, actions are involved. In the third case, it just tells what it is. The cat is alive. Glass is brittle. That's the nature of the glass. Okay, are you understanding? These are the three jobs of the verb. It should tell what the karta is doing, or it should tell what is happening to that karma, or it should tell what is the nature of something, what it is. Okay? I am tempted. Let me explain you in philosophical terms also. Karma, karma phala, jnana. That is it. Karma and karma phala is given by verb. Does something. Karma phala is what happens to that person or that object. And third is jnana. This is like this. There is no action involved. So all the important statements of Vedanta, Mahavakyas, etc. are third type. They just tell this is this. Tat tvam asi, you are that. Aham Brahma asmi, I am Brahman. There is no action. Jnana Paravakya it is called. It is the statement which gives knowledge. It does not put you into action. Verbs only will do these three things. Either they will show what the person or the object is doing, what is happening to the person or object, or what that person or object is. Okay, is this also clear? Let us go to the next one. Kriya is clear. Now let us go to the first important aspect, that is dhatu. We saw that the kriya is formed by adding ting pratyaya to the dhatu. And that's why the kriya is called as tinganta. Correct? This is understood. Now what are these dhatus? They are the fundamental for formation of any verb. Dhatu is the fundamental, basic unit. Just like for the formation of nouns, pratipadika base was the fundamental unit, no? Like that for the formation of verbs, dhatu is the basic. There cannot be verb without dhatu, not possible. Actually speaking, there is no language without dhatu. Alright. Then, many verbal forms come from each verbal root. Example, pathati, pathasi, pathami, pathishyati, pathishyasi, pathishyami, apathat, apatah, apatham, pathet, pathehe, patheyam, pathatu, patha, etc. all coming from the same root, pat. This is the way we are going to write root. Root sign is there, no, in mathematics, root. That root sign for pat. Root means dhatu. So when it comes like this, you understand dhatu is pat. Patha dhatu. Now you see these are so many. Now these are not the only forms. There are more forms. See, Rama Shabda could take how many forms? 8 into 3. 7 vibhaktis, Sambodhana also you add, and 3 vachanas. Right? 8 into 3, 24. 24 forms it could take. Suppose there are some words like Visheshanas which are in all the 3 lingas, then 24 into 3. Sundara, for example. Then Sundaraha, then those 24 forms with Pullinga, 24 forms of Strilinga, 24 forms of Napumsakalinga. Correct? These many forms one base could take. Actually, dhatu, how many forms can it take? Let me give you simple mathematics. Suppose it is Parasmai Pada Dhatu. Parasmai Pada Dhatu. Then we have 3 Purushas and 3 Vachanas. 3 by 3 matrix, 9 forms. 9 forms. Like Prathama Purusha, Ekavachana, Pratham Purusha, Dvivachana, Pratham Purush, Bahuvachan. Madhyam Purush, Ekavachan, Madhyam Purush, Dvivachan, Madhyam Purush, Bahuvachan. Uttam Purush, Ekavachan, Uttam Purush, Dvivachan, Uttam Purush, Bahuvachan. 9 forms. Those 9 forms for 10 lakaras, 90 forms. 90 forms. If it is Parasmai Pada Dhatu. If it is Atmanepada Dhatu, 90 forms, but different kinds of 90 forms. And if it is Ubhayapada Dhatu, 90 plus 90, 180 forms. Vedji, should we by heart all? No. That is why this class is there. This class will help you to understand without memorizing what form it is. Which of those 180 forms are important forms? Focus on them. Others will be used very rarely. Don't worry about all of them. First take care of most of the words. Some rare words, leave it. Okay. So, Patha Dhatu itself can take 90 forms. Few are mentioned here. Pathati, he studies. Pathasi, you are studying. Pathami, I am studying. Patishyati, he will study. Patishyasi, you will study. Patishyami, I will study. Future tense. Apathat, he studied. Apataha, you studied. Apatham, I studied. 3 tenses. Pathehe patheyam, he may study. Pathatu, you please, he should study. Patha, you study, order. So different forms are coming from the same root. So just as there was Pratipadika which was declining into Vibhakti Vachana, now we will have Dhatu which will go, not decline, declension is Vibhaktis, okay? Dhatu which will take different forms. How many Dhatus are there? One more point, even Pratipadikas are created from Dhatus. This also we have seen, Kridantas, Krit Pratyas, etc. are added. Kru Dhatu. Kru is the Dhatu. Noun is made Karaha. Kara means hand. This Pratipadika Kara is coming from what? Kru Dhatu. Rama, for example, comes from root Ram. Ram means to revel. Rama means one who revels. So there are Pratipadikas which are also created from Dhatus. We are not going to worry about them now. Why? Because that is the topic of Kridanta, which we will see later. I told you Pratipadikas, how they are formed, Kridanta, Taddita, Samastapada, etc. We will see later. Right now what we are going to see, how Dhatus are creating verbs. That is what we are going to study. How many Dhatus are there? There are 2104 Dhatus in Sanskrit. All of them are listed in Paniniya Dhatupat. Panini has written a Dhatupat also. Along with the Sutras, Sutra part also is there of Ashtadhyayi. There is Dhatu part also. Dhatu means verb. Patha means chanting. Patha is list. List of all Dhatus. Categorized in 10 Ganas. And having 3 Padas. Okay, Ganas, Pratama Gana, Dvitiya Gana, etc. 10 Ganas. Pada, Parasmay Pada, Atmane Pada, Ubhay Pada. Last point we will see for today and we will stop. What? How these, God doesn't want me to take this now. Some problem has happened with the formatting. Therefore it is extending. Alright, we will take up next time. It is just showing how these 10 Ganas, what are the name, what is the first Dhatu, how many Dhatus are there, etc. We will see. Dhatu we have seen, Gana, Lakara, we will see in the next session. Purusha Vachana we already know. Okay. Alright. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Hari Om.